Here we have the disassembled SSG10 trigger box. Let's put it back together. And we will start with the little springs that are connecting the sear here, and also this static piece that will be connected like so. This end of the spring will go inside of here, and this end will go inside here. We basically just need to hook it in a way that we can connect the two together. So in order to connect these two, we actually will go from the bottom, and I will hook it in place, and now we already have it like this. Now what I want to do is to actually push the loose end in together so it stays in there. And basically the loose end will sit back in the hole just like it was originally when we disassembled it. It's a tiny little part, it's really hard to see, but I will first do it and then I will show you one more time. So basically now I just need to apply a bit of force to close the loop again, just like that. And now this is how it should look. It basically sits back in the hole just like it was before. Hopefully you can see it well. This is what you want to achieve. All right, the next thing will be this part. So how it will sit then will be like this. So what I want to do is take this and start hooking it from the top. So that's what we will do. I will flip it around, grab it and hook it from the top. There we go, now it's in there. When I just flip everything around, you will see that it's gonna be like this. The open end is actually facing this part, as you can hopefully see on the camera. Let's put it more here. The open end is facing this part, and that's how we want to have it. All right, at this point we are basically ready to start assembling. We have the hardest part done. Now we will start with the trigger itself. We take the rounded pin. When you look at the pins, you will notice that this one has a flat surface. This one is completely round. We will take the rounded one and we will place it inside of the trigger. Don't forget the other shim on the other side. We want nice, smooth action. The shims will take care of that, just like that. We'll put it right here. Make sure the pin is all the way in there. And now we will proceed with the other pin. We'll grab it. The flat surface right there will be facing in that direction. So when you hold it like this, turn it like so. Now I will take the shim, place it right here. Again, flat surface is facing that direction. That prevents it from turning. Now the sear will go on top, and again, we don't want to forget our shim. That is right here. Now the last thing is the spring with the spring guide stopper, and that's gonna be about here. At this point, we can basically just close it like so. We will close it, and then after we have the pins aligned, we will basically put everything back in place. So now the two pins are aligned. Here the trigger pin is also aligned, and we can just squeeze everything together and we can start putting our screws back where they belong. So we will start with the middle one. We will not tighten it all the way, we will leave it a bit loose. Then I'm gonna do this one in the back, still putting pressure on it, still making sure that everything stays where it's supposed to stay. And at this point I can relax, it's not gonna come apart. We will test the trigger, whether it's springy, which it is. That means the spring is in the correct position and nothing is blocking it. Now for the next part, what is important is to have this sear straight down. If it's not straight down and we put the screws together, it can happen that it will be locked. We will have to undo the screws again. We don't want to do that. So I'm gonna manually hold this straight, vertical, and I'm gonna put this screw right here, and I'm gonna put this screw back here. I'm gonna screw it back in place. Now I can already start tightening it. And there we go. Now at this point, I can tighten all of them before check that the sear is straight. You should be able to see it right here. If it looks anything else than this, start again, verify that it can actually move, that this can get out of the way. This is the action we want to see. This is what it should be able to do, exactly like so. All right, when we verify that everything is working, we will put back the safety. The spring goes on top, and we have the screw that is fixing the safety, which is a Phillips head, so I will change the bit real quick. And screw it back in place. There we go. And just like that, we finish the assembly of the trigger box. Important thing is that this screw is quite long. The process that I did with first putting on the plate and then kind of aligning everything will not work if you keep the safety screw on there, because that screw is actually protruding inside of this part, so that wouldn't work. That's why we removed it in the first place. Now at this point we can basically just put it back where it belongs, which is right here. We take screw number 1, screw number 2, now we have it in place. The stock will go on top of it. Make sure that it's nice and tight. Everything here should be aligned. There shouldn't be any visible gap anywhere. Now when it comes to the screws, as you already saw in the other disassembly and assembly video, shortest screw goes here, middle screw goes here. Those are 2 Allen key screws, and then we have 1 Phillips head, so that one will go right here. We will start tightening the middle screw first, because we want the initial pressure to be in the middle. Then we have the same bit, so we can do the front one. There we go. And last but not least, the back screw, which is a Phillips head. Just like that. All right, we quickly test the function. Everything works as expected. There we go. That's how you assemble the trigger box.